Hi everyone, it's Tammy and welcome to week 11 of the 12 crafts of Halloween. So we're getting really close to Halloween and I really like this project. It is another toilet paper roll project, and with this one I used orange paper and then I took strips of green that were a ½ inch thick and glued them on and made stripes. So I used 4 ½ inch strips of green, and then I used one solid piece of orange. So you could do it that way, or you could do it the way that I'm going to do it today with just a cute piece of striped paper. I think it looks really neat. And I thought this would be a cute, like, witch leg. So that's what I'm going to do for this one, but it's just as cute, and maybe, I don't know, some might say cuter, and you could use whatever colors you wanted to. If you wanted to do purple and black, or black and green, or black and orange, or whatever, you know, it's whatever you want. And then I wanted the shoe itself to be black. So for the shoe part, you do need 1½ inches of paper. So I'm going to use 1½ inches, and this measures 6 inches. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5½ inches. Sorry, 5½ inches by 1½ inches. This is going to make the actual shoe part, and then you also need 1½ inches to make the, or this makes the boot part, I guess. This makes the actual like sole, the shoe part. So you need 1½ inches, and then however long you want the shoe to be to curl up. So this is just 1½ inches by 8½ inches, and then I can trim it down. So let's go ahead and get started. And on this one I also used a little black piece for a buckle, and I used my silver pin. On this one I'm going to do something a little different, just because I'm making it all a little different. But I have this Halloween night paper that I think is awesome. It has some really great paper in here, and that's where I got both of the decorative sheets that I'm using for this project. So I got this paper from it, and again, this is, how many inches wide did I make this one? I made this, or tall, 2, 3, 4, I made this 5 inches tall, and it is 5½ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this one is 6. I'm doing them all different. That's right. Okay, sorry. I want this piece to be 5½ inches because this is going to go right around the, this is 5½ inches is what the true diameter of the toilet paper roll is. But I want this to be 6 inches so that it will give me a little bit of leeway around the edge. So that's why they're different. So this one measures 6 inches wide. This one measures 5½ inches wide. So let's go ahead and get started with this. What you need to do is cover your toilet paper roll. And you can do that with glue, you can do it with double-sided adhesive, whatever you feel like you want to do. I am just looking at it to make sure I've got it. And I made this one, now my toilet paper roll is about 4 inches high, and I went ahead and made it 5 inches because I was thinking I might fold it down. Now this is pretty thick cardstock, so I'm probably going to have to cut it in different places and then fold it down, and that's fine. That's what I will do. So I am not going to put anything on, actually that's not true. I am going to go ahead and put adhesive on this part too. That way I'll have it all in there. My tape fell off my roller. Sorry. That's the problem. Okay. And this one is directional because it has words on some of the stripes, so I need to make sure that I get the top portion pretty gluey so that I can fold that down. Alright, so I put extra tape, or it's like extra wide of tape up there. And then what I'm going to do is I like to start kind of in the middle and put this down. I seem to get it a little straighter that way. And then I'm just going to go around on one side. And it popped up, didn't it? And then I will go around on the other side. And that evened up pretty well. And then I'm just going to put my hand in here and just kind of push against the edges and make sure this gets stuck on there as well as I can get it. You could even use your bone folder, I suppose, and push against the edge. I'm going to do the crease really well. All right, then what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy scissors, and like I said, I've already glued this, so I'm going to go down to about 4 inches, and this is where the top of the toilet paper roll is. And I'm actually going to cut like a little V. It might be a little easier to see on the inside. But you guys can't see it, but I can see a little bit better that I'm cutting it right to the toilet paper roll and that I'm getting a little V. And I'm just doing this periodically. Periodically? That's not the word that I'm looking for. Just randomly. Along the edge. And I really haven't done it this way before. I just thought I would give it a try because when I did my other toilet paper roll project, I thought, you know, it would be kind of nice to cover that up. And then now I should be able to just push these in, and because they already have tape on them, I can just push them down against the side. Yeah, that worked out really well. Yay, I would totally do that again. This one didn't get much glue on it and it's kind of sticking up, and I did it too close to where the fold is, so I'm just going to cut that little piece off. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom of the shoe for a minute. And to do this, I like to put this on the black shoe part, and then I'm going to take a black pen, which I know you guys probably won't be able to see, but I'm just going to trace around the back side because I don't want the back of the shoe sticking out and it just looks like that. I'd rather it be more rounded, and you'll see what I mean if you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm just going to cut this off where I've made my mark. So then now when I put this on the shoe, you can't see the outside. I mean, it's not like sticking out there. It's a better fit. And just like I did with the last one, I'm going to do that same thing with this one, where I take some scrap paper. I'm actually going to trim this down, and it doesn't really matter how long it is, but I just want it to be about 1/2 inch wide. And then I'm going to put glue on the whole thing. I think this is going to be an easier way too than I did it last time, if you guys watched the last one. And then what I'm going to do is find my seam and go, if my seam is at 12, I'm going to put these down at 3 and at 9 o'clock. And this just gives me a little bit of area, surface area, to stick it onto the shoe. And I'm also going to take my glue, and now that I've I've cut this to where I know the edge is. I'm going to put it there, and then you know what? I guess I need to do it at the front of this too. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. I'm just going to put it around. I'm going to go through the whole toilet paper tube. I'm just putting this on the edge. And this will dry clear, so it's not a big deal. And then I'm going to take the seam and put it in the back. And just hold this down for a second. Now I just realized that the sides don't have paper on them. So I'm going to have a little extra glue. I'm just going to pull that off, and then I have it on my work area, which isn't a big deal. And I'm just going to stick that down, and I'm going to take my folder and push on the edge of, on the bottom of that little scrap piece that I taped on. I want to just make sure that that gets taped well onto the shoe part. So there we go. There's our shoe. It's a floppy old shoe right now, but we're going to make it a little better. And I probably should have cut it first, but I didn't, so we'll deal with it. I want it to come to not necessarily a point, but I want it to angle in, and then I want it to have a little straight end like this. See how it angles in, and then it has a straight edge right there. So I am going to do this with a ruler, since I kind of screwed up. I could have done this with my cutter, but since I didn't, that's okay. I am going to, let me use a white pen so that you guys can see. I am just going to bring this from wherever I can get it to, well, let me measure the center of this. So that's not the center. Let's say this is the center. I know that I want this to go on either side of the center, and I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, this is good. I think this will work. I'm going to go ahead and put my ruler on the side of the toilet paper roll, and then I'm going to bring it in to where the center is, and I'm just going to draw a line. Now that will mean that some of this is flat before it starts going, but I don't care. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I'm going to bring it to the side, and then I'm going to bring it to the point. Oh, and this was dumb. I shouldn't have used a pink. Oh, that's okay. I'm just going to go with it. I used the white pen so that you guys could see a little better, but it might mess up my strategy a bit, but that's okay. I'll work with it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Okay, so then now once I have that, I'm going to cut this on the line. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip it off about there so it'll be flat. That works. And then if I can pick up all this trash, I'm going to take my bone folder. I'm going to hold on to the base of this, and I'm just going to curl this. So it will curl up like that. Isn't that cute? And then I have still still this piece to do. So what I'm going to do with this piece is I'm going to take it and fold in each side about, I don't know, halfway. And I want them kind of to match, so I'm bringing it over so that I can move this one down the same way that I have the other one. So then I know that when I bring them together, they will look about the same. They won't be so wonky. And then once I've done that, I'm going to put some glue or double-sided adhesive on the inside where that will fold down. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put double-sided adhesive wherever I want, as long as I don't get on the triangles that I just created. So I can put double-sided adhesive all the way so I have double-sided adhesive on the inside of this one, and then I have it just on the rectangle or the triangles of that side. And then I want this to start, I want the middle of this to be in the back of this. So you want to make sure that you have it centered pretty well, and then bring it around, because this is going to be your front of your boot. Go ahead and fold that down. And same with this one. And again, that will be the front of my boot. So then I have a whole little boot. It's really cute. And then what I am doing with this one is I took some of the decorative paper that I have and I cut out one of the little spider webs. And I'm going to use that as the buckle. I think that will be really cute. So I'm going to use my double-sided adhesive. And just stick that down on there. I'm going to take my bone folder and put it on the inside so that I have something to push against. I'm just using my thumb to push. And there we go. Isn't that cute? And if it doesn't want to stick, you can do some glue or whatever, because this one does not want to stick. So I'm going to take some glue and just put some on that side. I can tell I've learned a lot since the last time I did it. This one looks a lot better, I think, than this one. I mean, they're both really cute, but I like I don't know, I like this one better. I even like how that loops like that. And I love the buckle. This one's cute though, I shouldn't say that, it's cute. But I do feel like I've learned something, so that's good. And then you can stuff this with whatever candies you want to stuff it with. I have some Halloween candies and I'll just put it right inside, and that is the tutorial. So I hope that you guys liked this. You could also put a bow there, or you could put a spider, whatever you might like. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.